I just got done watching the Kong Lee fight versus Vanderlei Silva, and I was very surprised that Vanderlei took his time and picked his shots. And you always had Kong Lee coming out there with these crazy kicks and crazy roundhouse kicks and stuff. And then you had Vanderlei, like I said, picked his shots and took his time, and Kong Lee gassed out and looked kind of chubby in that fight. And what happened is you got Vanderlei Silva, who got him up against the cage, was raining these like Muay Thai knees like that up against the cage in a clinch, and knocked him down. And and Joe Rogan says basically Kong Lee was shooting for a takedown, right? But he was getting the crap punched out of the back of his head, and he's like, no, the fight shouldn't have stopped. Yeah, he should have. He was getting the shit kicked out of him. He had a bloody nose, he was gassing out, and he was just getting beat up. Hey, what's up, guys? Did you guys see the Dan Henderson fight, or what? Oh, I gotta say one thing, though. Both of these guys, Shogun and Dan Henderson, were swinging for the fences in the beginning of the round, of their fight. They were just going at it, like, off, and Shogun got rocked, and then Dan Henderson got rocked. So they both got dropped in this fight. If you haven't seen this fight, ladies and gentlemen, you must see it. It would have been like, what, a draw? To be honest, I could see this fight being a draw, to be honest with you. Because you had Shogun, who was landing the more technical strikes. You had Dan Henderson doing more of the takedowns and more heavy overhand rights. And I don't know, man. I was thinking that, to be honest, I thought it was a draw. Three rounds to 2? I don't know, man. You gotta watch that fight. Dan Henderson in the 4th round actually walked up to Shogun, and he looked like he was out on his feet. He did. He walked like this up to Shogun. Shogun popped him, and he just stumbled back. And to be honest, this was a hell of a fight. I mean, this card overall was underrated. A lot of people I talked to who watch MMA were like, I'm not really watching these fights, because they weren't really like hyped up and talked about. But I'm telling you straight up, Dan Henderson is a beast. He's a warrior. I'm giving Shogun credit. Shogun, ladies and gentlemen, that fool is a beast. He had his eye busted up. That fool kind of looked like he was gassing out, and Dan Henderson looked like he was gassed out. Locks and whatnot. But man, this was actually a great card. To be honest, I wasn't really hyped up to watch it or anything like that. But the best fight of the night had to go to Dan Henderson versus Shogun. Shogun is a effing beast, and Dan Henderson is a killer. Those two dudes put on one hell of a fucking fight. And Uriah Faber, that fool opened up a can't whoop ass tonight just as well. But with that said, you guys can quote me and say, nah, Dan just whooped ass. But to be honest, I thought Dan Henderson and Shogun was a draw. But I'm not a judge, so I'll talk to you guys later.